Okay, guys, I want to welcome you guys to week 5 of Introduction to Business. And recapping a few things, of course, pretty standard, remembering the 60-40 rule in your feedback post and using classmates' names for your feedback responses. I do count off for that, so it's been that way since the beginning of week 1, so please make sure that you are getting those valuable points as we are coming to the end of the term. Also make sure that you get your post in before the close on Saturday night. And then, of course, if you are still unsure about APA formatting and what I mean when I refer back to reviewing APA formatting, see my YouTube channel and look for the APA and resources video. I literally show you how to get that template. And that is a must as I start counting off for not having your written assignments in APA formatting. And then, of course, for grading purposes, remember you have 10% deduction on your late assignments per day up until the 7th day, which is the following Sunday midnight when that closes and the 0 remains. So please make sure that you notate that. Also, a quick note on grading. I have until the following Friday. You guys have Sunday midnight. I have until the following Friday to grade assignments. However, come Monday morning, 0s are placed in the grade book. So that will not change until I actually go in and grade the late assignments. So just kind of just be aware of that. So moving into this week in week 4, we're going to really start talking about human resource management and consumer behavior. I'm sorry, we talked about that already. I'm sorry, the move is really so you guys have started your marketing project, at least the topic selection, and making sure you're following the criteria for your introduction to your marketing paper. And then, of course, the live classroom is always due on Sunday, and then, of course, your discussion posts. So this week, actually, for week 5, we're going to talk about financing and tracking business operations. So, of course, you've got your normal objectives, assignments, and activities for the week, and your written assignment is going to be a ballot sheet. You have your marketing project, which is your final marketing project. And then, of course, the discussion and live classroom, which I see a lot of you have already started on the discussions, and I think that's awesome. So week 5 objectives for this week is to explain the financing options to meet short and long-term objectives for an organization, describe and arrange the common components of a balance sheet, and summarize the mission and role of commercial banking versus credit unions, which I'm seeing you guys do that in the discussion post, and ultimately define the role of an accountant. So you're going to be doing this through a couple of different ways. We also have your course project, which is a final 50 points. So you're going to need to give me your first week that we did last week, your introduction, and you're going to add to that this section. So in this section, you're going to describe in detail, in more detail, that product or service that you gave me in your introduction. You're going to describe the type of services and features or benefits and explain why your product or service is unique. You're going to describe the type of customer for your product by using a market segmentation, demographics, psychographics, geographic, and behavioral segmentation. And then detail the types of technology that you would use to market your product or service. Why did you choose those types, and provide detailed explanation. So you need to give me the first part, your introduction, and then add into it your product detail, your demographic segmentation or market segmentation, which is your demographic, psychographic, geographic, and behavioral segmentation, and then discuss your marketing kind of plan with using technology. What technological devices would you use? Things like Facebook, social media, texting, etc. And then why did you choose these types, and explain further. And then ultimately, wrapping everything up in a conclusion. So you've described the product in detail, you've described the features and benefit, you've described your target market segmentation, You described your type of technology that you would use and why, and then of course proper grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Your discussion post for this week is basically discussing the differences between banks and credit unions. So basically, what do you know about a commercial bank? What do you know about a credit union? Both of them pretty much provide, for the most part, the same types of services. Which would you prefer for your business, and which would you prefer for a consumer standpoint, or both, or etc. I provided a link here. You'll probably have to write it down and then use it. It's a kind of just an article, but I also did a brief kind of banks versus credit unions here for you guys to kind of see it broken down into the differences between these two types of organizations. Your written assignment this week is a balance sheet. It's worth 25 points. Unfortunately, with this type of assignment, though, it's a little bit trickier to grade as it's a right or wrong type kind of thing. But basically, Ms. Gonzalez has applied for a short-term business line of credit for her sandwich shop, and she has been asked to submit a variety of financial statements, both personal and business. So the one she needs help with her business balance sheet, she has provided a list of her accounts and needs them to be put in appropriate categories. I think the biggest keeping in mind accounting equation is assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. So basically, in a balance sheet, your assets and your liabilities should equal. That's why they are balanced. So you're going to have in this kind of accounting list here, kind of broken down to cash on hand, credit card balances, business, automobile owned, and then you'll need to put all of these numbers into the balance sheet, and then determine what the assets amount is, what the liability amount is, and then the owner's equity. Keeping in mind that liabilities and owner's equity should equal the assets. That's part of, again, that balancing equation. I think going through this is easy to kind of just pick through, look at what's an asset and then what's our liabilities. And then from there, you should be able to determine what the owner's equity is. And we can go over it again further in the lecture on Monday, and we are having a lecture Monday. I know it's a holiday. You can watch it recorded if you are not available. So again, this is 25 points. So again, assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity, or assets minus liabilities equals owner's equity. So both of these equations can help you figure out what the owner's equity is going to be. Of course, the live classroom is going to be this Monday on Labor Day. Yes, I'm working too. So live lectures will be from 6 to 7. If you can't attend, it'll be recorded, sent out so you can watch the live lecture. I have added, again, the extra credit. I've only had a very few people take me up on it, but you'll follow the links here to the website for the Young Topology test, take the test, and then email me the results. So as you know, weeks 1 through 2 are closed. 3s will close on Sunday, and 4 is due this Sunday, along with week 5. So just keep in mind that basically we are coming to the end, and everything's going to be due on the 18th, which is a Friday, midnight. So if you have questions, comments, and concerns, you can email me. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I am off campus for the most part. So that would work. Otherwise, we can set up an email or an appointment time where we can kind of touch base if you have further questions. So hope everybody has a great week 5, and I will see you guys in the live lecture. Bye now.